So let's talk about the first thing, which is the gear and editing software that I use. The editing software is very simple. All I use is iMovie for the past 6 years. It is free, it is simple to use. Is it basic? Yes, but I don't care. I actually like basic. I'm not the most tech savvy kind of gal, so basic works great for me. And also the biggest thing, I'm frugal. So if a software is free, I'm all in. That's what I'm using. And the same thing goes for my thumbnails. All of my thumbnails are either screenshots from a video, or I will take the thumbnail picture from my phone, edit them on different apps. I'll have the apps here with a picture. There's a lot of apps that I use for different things. And if you guys want me to do a whole separate video on how I edit my thumbnails and videos, let me know. I could show that in a vlog, even though I have showed the whole editing process in a vlog before, but I don't mind showing it again if you're interested in that. But best believe I use a lot of apps regarding, you know, the whole thumbnail situation, because I like things that are free, and this is what works for me for the past 6 years. Gear is simple as well. You guys are gonna get sick of me saying that, but I like things that are simple and straightforward. I am not the type of person that likes things that are hard to do or that are complicated. So I like a very easy setup when it comes to filming. Could I have better quality one day for my videos? Definitely. I will say I need to upgrade this camera. This is an EOS Rebel SL2. It's from Canon. They do not make this camera anymore. You know, it's just one of those cameras that was a beginner camera for me. My first YouTube camera, believe it or not, was my iPhone 6 Plus for an entire year in 2017. That is what I used. You know, it was simple enough. And again, you could download the iMovie app and edit right on your phone, upload from your phone. So it was convenient. And then my iPhone broke back then. Literally the camera stopped working. So I took that as a sign from the universe to upgrade to this camera, and I'm happy I did. I've had it for this long. I still use it for sit down videos, but when it comes to vlogging, I use my, I think it's called the G7X. Bear with me, I'm not good with these camera names, but that's what I use to film my vlogs. I love that camera so much. The mic is great, the resolution's great. The only thing that's like a con is the fact that it has a hard time focusing. So when you want to show something up close, or just show something in general, sometimes it just doesn't want to focus. Now, when it comes to the lens that I use for this camera, I have one lens. I'll just show a little clip of it here. I have no idea how to explain it. It says 18-55 millimeters. It was a kit lens that came with the camera, so that's what I've been using. I used to own a 50 millimeter lens, but it was just way too close to my face. I feel like not only do you need to push the camera back in order to film with that lens, but you need a higher quality microphone. So I gave that lens to my partner and he uses it for his job, which it worked out great because technically I didn't lose money. That was the only lens that I purchased. I will try to link everything down below. I will say that my gear is somewhat old. The bag is ripping. The tripod that I have right now, it is old. It has some duct tape all over it, but it's still going. And I did purchase a new like tripod for the vlog camera, which has made my life so much easier regarding like, you know, filming in the bathroom and stuff, because our bathroom is so tiny. That skinny little tripod comes in hand, and you can either like put it as like a handheld tripod, or you can use it as like the regular length, which is 5 feet, or I think it's 5 feet. I also use window lighting. This is by far the worst lighting that I have ever had, you know, with being online. I'm working with it. Even our last apartment only had one window. I'm just working with what I have for now. I'm thankful that the lighting from this window is great. It's not the best like how I used to have at my first apartment back in 2017, but it is better than nothing. I love and prefer natural lighting instead of having the box, you know, the studio lights. And my partner owns all of that stuff. We actually have it under the bed in like, you know, a carrier. I'm just too lazy to take all of that stuff out, set it up, and then I do have a cat. He likes to play with the lights when they're set up, so I prefer natural lighting. I feel like it shows more of a realistic video or view of the video. That's just my take on it. So that's everything I own regarding gear and editing software. I will try my best to link all that stuff below. I probably won't be able to link this camera. Also, I'm not gonna link the mic because this mic sucks. It always changes my voice. I complain about it all the time. I don't want to complain in this video. I want this video to be fun, but best believe this is the worst microphone that I have ever purchased, and it was extremely expensive. I paid $200, and yes, that's expensive for me. $200 for a microphone that makes me sound like Mickey Mouse. It's just stupid. But hopefully one day I can upgrade this mic and I won't sound like Minnie Mouse. I won't sound like Minnie Mouse anymore. Being in a creative rut is so real when you're doing this job. I have been talking about living a minimalist lifestyle, decluttering, saving money. For the past 6 freaking years, I have made well over 600 videos. I mean, I think like maybe 100 of those 600 videos are vlogs, but 500 and something are talking about the niche that I started with. And I give props to the other minimalist YouTubers that are still talking about the same things, but for me, I do get a lot of comments saying how repetitive my videos are. You know, I need to come up with something new. A lot of mean comments here and there. We'll get into that in a minute. I've been in the biggest creative rut ever, and that happened around 2020 because, you know, I was very creative in the beginning of my channel. I felt like I was on top of the world. Around 2017, when my channel started, to like 2019, I was doing extremely well. I felt very creative. Everything was fresh and new. I had an interview with Business Insider. I was creator on the rise. I was making decent money. You know, things were just going really well. I also had a shout out from the guys that were on Netflix that did the documentary with the minimalist situation. I'll put a picture here. They shout me out on their Instagram, and I just felt like, wow, people really like my videos. Let me do another one and another one and another one. Things started to simmer down, and I noticed, you know, a drop in the subscriber count. I noticed a huge drop in the money, and I noticed that a lot of people were getting sick of my minimalist content ever since I moved and quit my regular job. So I was in, and I'm still in, the biggest creative rut of all times. If you guys notice now, I mostly vlog because I have no video ideas regarding the minimalist lifestyle anymore. I'm saving money. I haven't learned anything new, so there's nothing else to share, because if I'm gonna make a video about decluttering, it's technically gonna be the same video that I made 5 years ago. So it is hard. It's hard to remember the type of videos you made 5 years ago, and it's hard to come up with new ideas. Again, I give a huge round of applause for all the other minimalist creators that are coming up with these new and fresh minimalist video ideas or frugal video ideas. I just don't have it in me like that anymore. I might come out with one minimalist video a month, and the rest are vlogs or just, you know, realistic lifestyle, but I can't come up with a minimalist video every day like I used to. It is extremely hard, and I feel like I oversaturated the heck out of that niche. I'm dealing with it right now, and I am trying to come up with different sit-down video ideas. If you guys have any ideas, leave them down below. But sometimes when you guys send me video ideas, it's mostly about my personal life. And a lot of you guys want me to do, like, I don't know, partner Q&A or sister Q&A or meet my mom. And those are the videos that I will never do. I know never say never, but I'm a very private person, more now than ever. And I just don't believe in sharing everything about my life online. I did do a video back in 2020 with my partner, and also my niece back in 2018. Those videos are all deleted. You know, I had this thought in my head that I was definitely doing it just for the views. I had no other video ideas. Let me try to get some views with other people on my channel. And that is not the type of YouTuber or content creator I want to be. So with that being said, I do believe in privacy, and I know I get this question a lot, like, will you start vlogging when you decide to have a family in general? As of right now, I have a strong feeling that I won't be showing any of that stuff at all. I probably will talk about some of it, but I won't be showing any of it because it is very private for me. And again, over the years, I'm becoming a more private person. I don't know what it is, but I'm even like that with certain like family members. I don't talk a lot about my personal things going on. I don't think that everybody needs to know everything about you. Some things are better left unsaid, whether they're good or bad. I love privacy. And with doing this job, a lot of people believe that you have to show or you need to show your entire life in order to get views and make money. And I'm just not willing to do that. Now let's get into the thing that everybody wants to know, which is the money part and the brand deals. Let's talk about the brand deals because it's short, because I barely get any brand deals. With me being on YouTube for 6 years, I am not the best, or I'm not the most desirable content creator for brand deals because of my minimalist niche. And I don't want to sound like the victim here, but this has just been my experience in the past 6 years. Of course, there are certain brands that I have worked with and that I truly love, but the brand deals that I get aren't always the best. So in the beginning of my YouTube journey, I didn't have any brand deals. I didn't even know how to accept a brand deal or a sponsorship, collaboration, however you want to call it. So I did without. And then in 2021 is when I started accepting my first couple sponsorships here and there. I'm going to say this, I'm legally not allowed to say how much these brands pay me, but I will say that it is well under $500. So I'm not saying the exact amount, but it's under $500 for every sponsorship. And in the past, I want to say, what is it, like 21, 22, like 3 years? No, 3 years? Or maybe 2.5 years? I've only had about 12, 13 sponsorships. I want to say 13, but I think it's less. And yeah, so it's not a lot of money. It's not as much money as other content creators are getting paid. And I know that. Actually had an email the other day. These are like common emails, by the way. I'm not playing the victim, but I want to show a little bit more of a realistic side of, you know, somewhat of a struggling content creator. And I get offered $30, $40, $20, or just free products to do a sponsorship. I don't accept free products anymore. I used to in the past, but then I realized that having free products don't pay bills. So it's not like I can go up to my landlord and be like,
hey, I got this phone case for a sponsorship. Wonder if you could take it as payment for next month's rent.
So it doesn't work like that. So I know that might sound cocky, but I don't take free products for a mention anymore. There's some products that I get that's PR mail, but I'm not obligated to post. So I'm not the most desirable YouTuber to have big brand deals. And kudos to all the other content creators that make bank when it comes to sponsorships. I heard that's the bread and butter, and the AdSense is just the extra income. And for me, for the past 6 years, the biggest income has been AdSense. When it comes to affiliate income, which is just with Amazon, I make around $150. Lately, I've been making $24 a month. It's not that much. Because I do live a minimalist lifestyle, I don't promote products constantly. I am a creature of habit. I use the same thing all the time. I'm wearing the same sweater, the same tank top from almost 7 years ago. So again, I am a creature of habits, and when it comes to mentioning new products or trying to make a buck with mentioning products, that is not my forte, unfortunately. So that's the whole situation with brand deals. It just hasn't been the best. And my main income is AdSense. So with AdSense being very low right now, it has been extremely hard, and I have been dealing with a lot of financial anxiety these past 2.5 years. A lot of you guys understand, and thank you so much for your support throughout the years. We know with this whole income situation, but like I said, I always make it work. Thankfully, my partner and I work as a team, and we split the bills. And yeah, so anyways, not to make this any longer, let's get into how much money I've made each year. So in 2017, I made $100. In 2018, I made $7,000. In 2019, I made $24,000. In 2020, I made $28,000. In 2021, I made $22,000. In 2022, I made $22,000. And then 2023, as of right now, I have made $8,000. So, as you guys can see, and also I wrote it down. Again, I'm old school. I did round all the numbers off. I'll put the exact amounts that I have made like right here if you guys want to see that. But I just rounded it off because I don't want this video to be too long. But yeah, that is how much money I have made with being a YouTuber for 6 years. Don't forget, you have to pay taxes, and that's not fun, but it's something that you have to do. So that is not the take-home money. I have to pay taxes every year. The most amount of money that I have paid for taxes, which was 2019. 2019, I made $24,000. You know, let me do the math really quick. I made $24,000 with YouTube, and I made $22,000 with my regular job, so $46,000, which that's a lot of money to me, especially for someone that doesn't spend her money on things anymore. That was a decent amount of money. With all that being said, I had to pay like $9,000 in taxes, so I paid it in cash because I had a decent amount of money in my savings account. But taxes are not fun when you are self-employed. It freaking sucks. I save my money when it comes to my taxes now. Lately, I've only been paying like $3,000-4,000, so I always have that saved for when the end of the year comes. The lower the amount you make, the less you have to pay. And then also deductions. Of course, if you buy stuff, if you use the gas in your car, if you use your car to vlog, which I do, that's all a deduction. So that's the whole money situation. I know it's not that glamorous as all the other YouTubers, but I make it work. And yes, it does get me a little upset sometimes. I am human, but I don't get mad at other people making more money than me. It is what it is. I do get a little jealous, like I said, because I mean, who doesn't want to make good money? For me, I don't believe in like buying a bunch of fancy things. I believe in just living comfortably, you know, having a decent house. I always wanted to help too. I always wanted to help family members that, you know, I would love to buy my mom a house. She lives in a small studio. She also struggles with money. I would love to buy my sister a new car. The car that she has, she's had forever. It's a 2005. I think it's like a Jeep, and it has like almost 300,000 miles. So if I had the money, if I was making half of the money that these other YouTubers are making, I wouldn't be spending it on material things like Louis Vuitton bags, you know, Chanel shoes, things like that. I would honestly help family members out. And if my family members are all set, then I would love to give back to you guys and then also help animals. I'm a huge animal lover. I wish I could like start my own like sanctuary because I just love animals so freaking much, and everything that I've been through with this cat, it's like he's had so many health problems. I just want to help other pet parents that are in need because I know how hard it is to afford the medical bills for these little guys. It is not easy, especially when you have high rent and you live in a city that is just expensive. So anyways, I do hope for one day for me to not have this financial anxiety and to be able to, not only for me to have money, but to help my family members to help animals, to also give back to you guys that have been watching me for so long. I always wanted to do meetups, like, you know, with a free like little buffet, and also like travel to do meetups with free gift bags or like free like reusable products that can help you save money in the long run. I just have these great ideas, like if I was to ever make it big on YouTube, or just to have a really good income. But that was the most amount of money that I ever made in my life, was the year 2019. And again, I felt like I was on top of the world. And I ended up paying my student loan off. I ended up purchasing a decent car. It was used, by the way. I don't believe in purchasing brand new cars. I'm not a fan of that. If I had the money, I would never purchase a brand new car. I will always stick to used. To each his own. I know a lot of you guys don't agree with me with that, but I like used cars. Yeah, it was a really good year. I remember my Volkswagen Passat was dying, and I walked into Honda and I paid 10 grand for a 2010 Honda Cross Tour. It was one of the happiest days of my life because I struggled so much, you know, regarding transportation. And where I used to live and grow up, like, transportation was always hard. There was like no bus system. Ubers weren't even a thing yet. So I was left on the side of the road for so long when it came to like the motors dying, transmissions going. So when I made a decent amount of money that year from both jobs, and also with my main job, I was picking up hours like crazy. So even though I made minimum wage, I tried to like pick up more hours to make it a little above minimum wage. So with those two jobs combined, I was able to do a lot for myself that year. You know, get myself out of debt, buy myself a decent car. Unfortunately, in 2020, the car did get totaled by someone that ran a stop sign. Not to get too deep into this, but I've had my highs, I've had my mediums, I've had my lows, and I'm back at my low right now, even though I don't show it as often. But best believe I'm trying my best to stay positive and just be grateful. Even though I'm not making a ton of money right now, I'm grateful that I'm healthy. I'm grateful that Milo is getting better every day. I'm grateful that we have a roof over our heads. Even though this apartment is expensive, I'm still grateful that we are able to cook. We're able to live in this place and afford it, you know, with us going half. So, you know, I definitely have to start looking more on the positive side, the negative side, regarding my financial situation. And the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about, it's not that serious, but I know a lot of people won't understand this situation. So I kind of want to explain it, or try to explain it. And that is regarding the positive and negative comments / feedback for your channel. It can be really, really hard to deal with both. I've had people get mad at me that I'm not answering everybody in the comment section, even though I am filming videos, I'm editing videos, editing thumbnails, I'm trying to answer emails, I'm trying to get brand deals. I'm literally doing everything by myself. And a lot of people don't understand that it is hard to get back to every single person. Lately, I have been so focused on filming and editing. Editing takes me forever. Like I said at the beginning, I am not tech savvy, so most of my videos are usually 2 hours long, and that's because I talk too much. So I edit the heck out of them and try to like narrow it down to like 15 minutes or 20 minutes or less when it comes to the sit down videos, because a lot of people don't like to watch longer videos anymore. You know, the short form content is in. I'm not a fan of it, but that's what's in. And unfortunately, that does take a toll on my channel. So when it comes to my sit down videos, I try to like keep it quick. But my vlogs, on the other hand, my vlogs are long, and you guys really, really like the long vlogs, which I can't thank you enough. I did a poll the other day where it was like, do you prefer like an hour vlog, a half-hour vlog, or 8 minutes? Everyone said an hour. So with that being said, those vlogs take me an extremely long time to edit. They are fun to edit, you know, add the music, and it is realistic editing. It's not like perfection. which I like, but it does take me time. So it's hard for me to get in the comment section and answer everybody right away, and some people take it to heart. So please, please don't take it to heart. I try my best, but like I said, I am a one-woman show over here. It is not easy. And also, I do take care of the house. Cook, clean. I have to go to the stores. I have to pay bills. I have to take care of this little guy since he does have FIP. And it's just been chaotic, okay? Hasn't been easy. And then there's been times I leave the house with my partner to help him with his job because some houses are just too big for him to capture himself. So I will be his helping hand. So my schedule is pretty packed. And I'm sorry for those of you that feel like I don't care about the comment section anymore. It's not that I don't care. It's just my timing is always bad with me, you know, in the comment section. The only time I take a break is usually on Sundays, and that's when we step away from our phones. We'll go for a drive, a walk. We haven't been eating out or anything like that because we're trying to save money. But when it comes to me taking an actual break, I step away from the online world. So that's why I'm not in the comment section like I used to be. But I promise I will get better with that. And then also I do want to give a huge thank you to all of your positive comments. You guys will never understand on how grateful I am, especially for those of you that have helped me save my cat's life. A lot of you have understood that I am going through some financial issues. And, you know, with starting that GoFundMe, I felt sick to my stomach starting the GoFundMe and putting my Cash App and Venmo out there on the internet because I have never in my life have asked for donations. And we were just in a pickle because this past March, you know, Milo got really sick. We had to send him to 2 ERs. He spent the night in both ERs. You know, he wasn't home for like 4 days straight. And that bill was huge. So it took most of my savings. My savings was for the down payment of a house to help my partner. We were going to go half on this down payment. By the way, the down payment that we need is 30 grand for a house. And that's what's been taking us so long. It's not easy to come up with 30 grand while paying bills. Most of you get it. You know, the past couple of months for helping me with my cat, I can't thank you enough. Every dollar you guys have sent has gone to Milo. His medication, you know, the FIP treatment is not cheap. It was around $5,700, and that's not including the $300 a month of continuous blood work. So he goes to the vet once a month right now until he's cured, and even though he's off the medication, he's not in the clear just yet, but we're getting there. We're on the road to, you know, curing him. Yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge those of you that always send in your love and support, and you guys really keep me going, seriously. And regarding the negative comments, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but for those of you that leave negative comments about my weight, I know I've gained over 50 pounds in the past 3 years due to stress, due to a stationary job, and a lot of other things. For those of you that leave those kind of comments, especially when it comes to my looks, before saying something negative about someone else, go in the mirror and see if you'll say what you're going to say to that person to yourself. I highly doubt you're going to talk like that to yourself, and if you do, then I hope you get the help that you need. So yeah, that's all I really have to say regarding the negative comments. I don't want to spend too much time talking about negative comments, hateful comments. I know some YouTubers make videos, you know, laughing about them and stuff, but I rather pay more attention to the positive comments and, you know, the supportive comments that keep me going. So thank you for those of you that send in your love and support. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about the lighting. I keep like lowering the lens to make the lighting a little bit better, but partly cloudy days are by far the worst days to film because the sun is going in and out. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope the mic was okay. Bear with me. One day we will get a decent mic. And fingers crossed that one day we will move and have more lighting around, and I could film in the living room one day instead of always being in the bedroom. For the past 6 years, I've been filming in a bedroom. So you guys have been seeing this headboard and this whole setup for 6 years. So yeah, it's pretty crazy how I've been keeping the same setup, but I'm glad that you guys still enjoy my videos. For those of you that are still here, can't thank you enough, and I hope to keep creating content for you guys. But on that note, I'm gonna stop talking because I talk too much in these videos. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.